Okay, so have you heard the term? I've had all these people the last couple of weeks say, "What's going on with this super El Nino?" And I'm like, "Super,
That's all
truly."
we talked about at Easter.
I know,
Was the super
around
El
the
Ni-
dinner
Yeah, I
table,
know.
the
And so I'm
super El
like, what
Nino.
in the world is a super El Nino? Okay, it's kind of like a heat dome. I mean, what technically it's a super El Nino is it's what us old people used to call a strong El Nino. Okay. But now it's called a super El Nino. I mean, we can't, for goodness sakes.
Because a regular El Nino will make it a warmer,
well,
drier summer?
it's a strong one is all it is.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's just a weak one, it's a strong one, it's a medium one. So it's a strong El Nino that people are now calling a super El Nino. I don't know when it started. Probably about the same time they started calling it a heat dome and all this other stuff. That used to be a big ridge of high pressure. I'm not kidding, and I'm not going to start screaming and tell you to get off my grass, but it is a little, at times you want to like, okay, what's going on here? So it's not an official term. It's honestly, it's just some hype. There's no science behind it. The science is behind, we have weak ones, we have medium ones, and we have strong ones. It's just going to be a strong El Nino, which I shouldn't say it's just going to be one. A strong El Nino is pretty substantial, but an El Nino is expected to develop, but it's too early right now to call it extreme. We haven't gotten there yet, and I'll show you why in just a few minutes. But for North Texas, an El Nino favors a cooler and wetter winter, but there are no guarantees because no two El Ninos are alike. Right now, we're in an ENSO neutral phase. We're trending toward a weak El Nino as we head through the remainder of the spring. And then by the time we get to the beginning of the summer in June, now we're in an El Nino. That's when you get above this white line. You can see, look at the trend, July, August, right through September. Now you get about above a 1, certainly September, then into October, you're looking at a strong El Nino. So that's what's in our forecast. So what does all of this mean for North Texas? Well, in the summertime, El Nino is just not a huge driver of Texas weather in the summer. I'd love it if we had a nice correlation, but unfortunately there's no notable correlation between El Nino. Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be cooler than normal? Remember, this is a big driver of our winter weather. But the one thing that El Nino does is its tropical activity is usually, it can be greatly impacted by a moderate or a strong El Nino, but El Nino conditions do help suppress tropical systems in the Atlantic. They provide more dry air, they provide winds that are more shearing in nature, so they really tend to shear storms apart if they do develop. So we'll be watching that. And of course, that could certainly have an impact on Texas weather as we head through the upcoming tropical season.